Yes, people, welcome back to the Oniyaya and welcome to the 3 key lessons. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be giving you this lovely news out here from the Antigua Recreation Grounds. This is one of the most historical grounds in Antigua and Barbuda for cricket and football and other sports, but mostly cricket and football. But yeah, we're just out here at the ARG. So also, people, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications so I can keep bringing you this great content going forward. Now, as we saw, United versus Crystal Palace was quite an exciting game. In terms of the different moments in the game that happened that created a narrative for the game. In terms of the not so much the quality, but the intensity in which both teams played the halves in. And I think it was very good to see the way United went about going and attacked the game in the second half, especially which led, because of the high intensity, led them to getting Crystal Palace a red card. So my 3 key lessons brings me to the first one, which is we need to always play at an intensity. Now, I know I keep saying this in most of my lessons, but it's because I'm not going to stop reiterating the fact that we need to play a bit more with an intensity every time we take on the game. Now, the reason why is none of our players have the capability, or I don't think we are a team that controls games in the way we need to enough to be able to just go and play teams that slow. It just defeats the purpose, you know. No one really wants to see us playing that slow. It doesn't really fit the intensity in which we need to play. It doesn't suit the quality of the players that we have. And we see a lot of players like Cunha, like Bruno, like Mbumo, like Kobe. You know, I would say they are not bad playing in tight spaces, but when we play too slow and we don't play in transition, we're not the same team. Look at that one-time pass to Cunha from Bruno, a transition. Yeah, we seemed like we had good possession. Yeah, we were building up the play well, but we were playing with an intensity, and it was within transition. It's the same thing for the goal with Šeško, where we built up play, we tried to get the ball through Cunha to Bruno. It comes back, he brings it down, he whips one in. Good movement by Šeško, but that's a transitional moment. Attack to defense, quick, one pass across. And that's what makes us dangerous, because we have players that play mostly off instinct and not really a real ideal style of play. And maybe that will develop as we go on as a team. But for right now, we have to keep trying to play games or start games at a high intensity. Now, talking about high intensity brings me to my second point, which is Bruno Fernandes is the best midfielder in the world. After watching this game, there's no doubt in my mind, and yes, this is me talking after Crystal Palace with 10 men. And they had us 1-0 before 10 men. But it's not even about the 10 men, it's not even about the goal or the assist. It's about the IQ level of this guy, the intelligence level to drop off to create space. Because if you look at the first goal, right, Bruno drops off, creates a massive hole in Crystal Palace, because now Adam Wharton doesn't know whether to go and follow Bruno, because he has to stay in to keep that 4-4-1 formation. So now there's a big gap. Bruno draws that gap out, opens up that whole space for Cunha to operate, and hits a one-time ball. And if you look at that whole play, you look at the eye contact with him and Cunha, and the minute Cunha sees the ball going to Bruno, they make that eye contact. He knows the ball is coming one time, and he hits it, bam. And within that eye contact and that quality, it shows why Bruno Fernandes is a high quality player. Now, even when you look at another thing about that game with Bruno Fernandes, and many other games I've been watching over this run with Carrick, but just in this Crystal Palace game, there was a moment when the ball came to him. Casemiro played it to him one time. It bubbled up in the air. And he was so frustrated with himself. And it was like he was cursing with himself. And I'm showing you this because this is what you call holding yourself to a high standard actually, demanding more out of yourself as a player, demanding that you reach the standards that others around you may follow. Now, when Bruno curses himself, when Bruno curses at himself and is disappointed with a simple mistake that he makes, who do you think also is disappointed? Who do you think now, when Bruno holds others in the team accountable, they know that he has their best interest at heart. This is passion, this is love, this is him wanting better for them. And I feel like even those small metrics within the game, talking to Šeško after we make a little mistake, and he says, Šeško, make this run in behind, flick this off, remember we can link up. Like, you see him showing him all these things. We were 1-0 down at halftime, he ran in before even carried, because you knew he was going to say something to the team. You knew he wanted to talk to the team. You knew he wanted to tell the team how to be better. And all these small metrics, I really, really think that this guy continuously starts to show and has been showing why he is, if not right now, the most player in form and one of the best in the world, if not the best in the league at the moment. Now, talking about the best, let's talk about this guy, Benjamin Šeško, which brings me to my third point. Šeško is on his way, and Šeško ain't going nowhere. Trust me, Šeško is the guy that is going to be the first guy to have a 35+ goal season for Manchester United next season. Honestly, if we keep Bruno and we bring in the right midfielder, bring in a bit more quality to play around Šeško, I think he pulls off 35 goals. Watching how his movement, watching the way he creates his own space and creates his own goals from simple body feints and movement. And that doesn't come with just a small level of mental, having the mental capacity and mindset and determination in order to stay focused, of not starting a game for so long, coming on, impacting the game, scoring winners, scoring draws, in a draw, scoring important goals, and now starting a game and showing why your influence shows. And yes, he didn't score in the first half. He scored in the first 60 minutes of the game, and that, for me, made me realize that maybe he is ready to start games, yes, but I think it suits him now within the league that he comes on, because I think the intensity of the games at the starting is a bit too high for Šeško all the time. As you can see, Ahmad can manage that because he's been in the league for a long time. You can see different players. Even Euro, I still think, is struggling a bit with understanding what it means to be a United player in terms of that intensity when games start. And that's why when he's on the pitch, yes, we had a clean sheet against Everton, but if you realize, a lot of times Euro is on the pitch, teams target him, target his side, target him on corners even if he's big, because he's not physical enough, he's not strong enough, he's not determined enough. And those small things we have to be aware of because they actually matter. Acclimatizing to the league, acclimatizing to the weather, the intensity, the match readiness. And us playing one game a week will benefit the team a lot, especially players like Šeško, especially those players who came in, Lamons, who came in and have the time now to get a game, digress, think, rewind, fast forward, go again. So I think all those small things help. But Šeško, particularly, even if he's scoring important goals, I still just think the league intensity is a bit too much for him. But yes, people, it's been 3 key lessons. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications. Check out the video that I'm going to do on the ARG and some of the things going on around here at the ARG and how I think we can improve it. Have a good time. Take care. Ciao.